Did you know GitHub offers certifications to validate your expertise? I have completed all 5 GitHub certifications and I'll share my experience, rank the exams from easiest to hardest, and give you the tips help you achieve the same. Hi there, my name is Contrigate, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into how, let's talk about what. GitHub certifications are designed to validate your skills across key areas of GitHub's ecosystem. And here's the exciting part. The GitHub certification program was just recently announced in October 2023 and officially launched at GitHub Universe 2023. This groundbreaking initiative empowers developers, admins, and security professionals with recognized credentials for their GitHub experience. There are 5 certifications currently available in the program. Before we jump into the tips, let's break down the 5 certifications and rank them from easiest to hardest based on my experience. Please grab your coffee or choice of your caffeine because this might just inspire your next career milestone.
Hey, does anybody want coffee? Who wants coffee? I just made a fresh pot of coffee.
Let's start with the GitHub Foundation certification. The GitHub Foundation certification was by far the easiest for me. It's perfect for beginners, covering basics like creating repositories, managing branches, making comments, and collaborating with pull requests. It's like the introduction class of GitHub certifications. If certifications were a school, this would be a GitHub 101. Honestly, if you ever created a repository or try to explain Git to your non-tech friends, you're already halfway there. Not gonna lie. My tip for this certification is really to focus on understanding Git commands and the GitHub flow, spending some time practicing with repositories, create them, manage them, and experiment with the collaboration tools in the GitHub ecosystem. The key tips are you can use the Microsoft Learn path for this certification as well as the GitHub Learning path, and there are a bunch of YouTube videos that are going in details for this exam, and the approximate time for preparation time if you're starting from scratch is 10 to 15 hours is enough. Next up is GitHub Copilot certification. This one is fun because you get to work with the AI. Think of it as a coding with a super smart buddy who never complains about late night debugging sessions, which is awesome. It's like having a copilot in coding, except this one doesn't ask you to split the coffee bill, so you're good there. To prepare, activate GitHub Copilot and use it in your real projects. Experiment with different coding scenarios and learn how to craft effective prompts to get accurate code suggestions. And the best thing is, GitHub Copilot just announced a free tier for you to use before purchasing any other plans. And the key tips are practice, practice, and practice. Make sure you use GitHub Copilot in your real projects or your side projects to complete your code, fix your code, optimize your code. Make sure you get an insight of each aspect of the GitHub Copilot. And there's a Microsoft Learn path that I put in the description that you can follow from there. The approximate time is, again, 10 to 15 hours is enough for this certification. Now, let's step it up a notch with the GitHub Advanced Security certification. This is where things to start get serious, like don't forget to check your dependencies. Serious. I mean, who hasn't accidentally pushed an API key to their repository before? What? Is it just me? Moving on. My tip here is to set up a test repository and enable advanced security features like code kill, secret scanning, as well as the dependabot. Hands-on experience with these tools will make a huge difference. The key tips are set up a code kill analysis and secret scanning in a repository. Understand the dependency management and vulnerability detection with it. And lastly, use the GitHub Advanced Security Learning path from Microsoft Learn. And the approximate preparation time from my perspective is 15 to 20 hours again. GitHub Administration is where the stakes get higher. Think managing teams, permissions, and configuring repositories. It's like being the IT manager for all your developers. And let's be honest, we all know how fun managing permissions can be. And to be honest, as an admin, it's basically like being an organization babysitter, but with fewer snack breaks.
I'm fine.
To prepare for this exam, practice creating teams, assigning roles, and managing your permissions across your enterprise and the organization. Familiarize yourself with audit logs and repository configuration to nail this certification. This was a tough one that you might need a bit more time to practice and get a real hands-on experience on. And the key tips are managing users, teams, permission in your test organization if you don't have a real organization. Explore repository and branch protection settings. Complete the GitHub Administration learning path in the Microsoft Learning. I would say if you're starting from scratch, the preparation time might be a bit longer than the others. Approximately 25 to 30 hours would be enough for this. And it's the time, the final boss, GitHub Actions certification. This one tests your ability to automate workflows and build CI/CD pipelines for your organization. Spoiler alert, it's tough, but also incredibly rewarding. If GitHub Actions was like a video game, this certification would be the Dark Souls of an exams. Challenging, but oh, so satisfying to complete. This certification requires solid hands-on experience, like building workflows for different scenarios, and focus on mastering triggers, secrets, and custom runners. The more you practice, the better prepared you'll be. Key tips are practice, 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 building and customizing workflows in GitHub Actions. Learn to manage secrets and use different runner types. Practice building your workflows, your actions for your application, your infrastructure as code, and the other automated workflows. Make sure to follow the Microsoft Learn path for this exam. The approximate preparation time from my perspective, if you're not the master in this domain, would at least take 20 to 30 hours. Here we are. That's a wrap for all the GitHub certifications for now. Each certification brought unique challenges, but the journey was 100% worth it. The key takeaway? Don't just study. Apply what you learn in real projects, and that's how you truly master these skills. And hey, after completing all 5, I did consider calling GitHub to ask if they would mail me a merch. Still waiting on that response. It's a merch here. On a serious note, these certifications open up new opportunities for me, and they can do the same for you. Start with basics and work your way up. You got this. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more DevOps and GitHub content. And don't forget to check the description below for all the learning materials provided and that I used. Good luck with your certifications, and you got this. Until next time, happy coding.